MOLPE, and we are going to explore my personality today because I took the Sims personality test, you know, and I was the best because you can win the personality test, obviously. So I decided that I'm going to take the serious personality test. This one should be really good. There are 16 personalities depending on the letters you get at the end. This may be a bit longer, but you know, you will see. It is so incredible to be finally understood. Well, this ought to be freakishly accurate. So, 3 personality tests, fast and easy, less than 12 minutes. Be yourself, answer honestly. Complete it all. Try not to have neutral answers. I will try. Let's start. You can, the link is in the description. You can go with me. You can try to learn your personality type, and don't forget to leave the answer in the comments down below. Okay, great. Let's continue. Let's start. Not continue. Start. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Not really. I almost strongly disagree. I sometimes with a friend and a beer, I enjoy a social event. But, you know, you often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Often. Yes, I do that. Your travel, for example, to be a YouTuber. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a details itinerary. Perfect. I almost agree. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Yes, I do agree to that. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not to try to solve their problem. If my friend is sad about something, if anyone is sad about something, I am really trying to learn how to approach, because there are some like guidelines how you should approach a sad person. You know, I should write a guideline how to approach a sad person. But I'm pretty awkward. There are some things that are unsolvable, and even if you find a solution, it's not gonna help the person who is sad right now. So, you know, if they're sad about that they spilled the coffee on the shirt, I'm gonna offer them a fresh shirt because that could solve the problem. But if they're sad about their parents dying, and I don't know, about their mom dying, I'm not gonna offer them a new mom. I'm just gonna try to be emotional support. So I know the first thing that comes from my mouth is I'm here for you. I want to help you. Tell me how. People can rarely upset you. That is not true. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start the conversation and keep going. I'm gonna slightly agree to that, because I am not really strong in keeping conversation going. On the other hand, I not really often want the conversation to keep going. So, you know, if you have to temporarily, if you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. You have to put your plans on. I want to go back to my plans as soon as possible, but I usually get distracted. And you know from my ADHD test that I probably have ADHD, so when I get distracted, it's over. But I sometimes get back to my ideas after a few months, and it counts also for the conversation. Sometimes I'm like, hey, do you remember last month when we talked? I started to tell you this story and I never finished it, so this is the end of the story. I would say I slightly agree. I am not good at doing that, but I try. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. That is almost not true with me. I worry sometimes, not a good impression on someone I met, but a good impression. Well, right now I used to care about other people's what they think about me a lot. But the older I am, the more I'm just like, you don't like me, whatever. I don't have to talk to you. Maybe I grew up? Wow, weird. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. No! I would love that. You are more of a detail-oriented than a bigger picture person. That is very true with me. Sometimes I have a problem to see the bigger picture because I so focus on details. And with life, it's funny because my husband, he's always like, when we started to date, he was like, okay, and we're gonna buy a house, and we're gonna have kids, and we're gonna have car, and this kind of car, and I was thinking about where should we go for a dinner tomorrow, and we are so different in this, but I think together we make a pretty good team, you know. I am on the details and he's on the big picture. You are very affectionate with people with people you care about. Yes, I'm just 20%, and we are on 10 minutes. This is not a 12-minute quiz. You are lying to me, computer. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. I agree a bit. It may not seem like it, but I am the most careful and methodical person in my family. That's all I'm saying about this. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. I'm not really. I regret some things in my life, but I know that I can change them, and I wish I knew better people when I was growing up. I had better friends. I wish I knew how to make friends. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found further away from the action. Not true. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. No. This is difficult to answer for me, because I think there's a lot of types of people, and some people are closer to their emotions than others. And I feel like I should be put in the box with hypersensitive people who feel their emotions really, really hard. And so any emotion. There was a time in my life I thought I had the bipolar bipolar disorder, and then I even thought about going to psychiatrist and something, but then I realized, and I learned about the hypersensitivity, and I realized that I'm very connected with my feelings, and when I'm sad, I'm really sad. When I'm happy, I'm really happy. When I'm angry, I'm really angry. I'm just have all the emotions much stronger than other people, and it took me years to find out that other people don't feel that way. But I'm trying to work with my emotions, not let them guide me. So I don't find it difficult to relate to people who let the emotions guide them. I was trying to hide my emotions for a long time, and it was even worse because when they came out, it was like a tornado. So I'm gonna go with slightly disagree, but I do don't know how to feel. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. No. Sometimes I browse the catalog, but I never spend ages on that. If I don't find something I like in like 30 seconds, I lose interest and go do something else. So, no. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. This is difficult to answer. It depends on the situation. It so depends on the situation. For example, when I confronted my old boss in my old work that he was bullying me, he was making unfair conditions for me to work in, I stayed calm through 2 sessions where we talked about this, and where we were trying to address the problem. Well, I was trying to address the problem and he was trying to attack me. There were like 4 people in the room. But if you want to know about it, let me know in the comments below. I can talk about it for another 15 minutes. But I don't wanna make this test about my old work. So I stayed calm there, and I feel like if I know what I'm doing, I can stand calm under a lot of pressure. But sometimes it's hard for me. I don't know. I'm gonna go with I don't know in between, because there are a lot of times where I can stay calm under the pressure can crush me and I still will be calm, and other times there's just like slight disturbance, and when in a group of people you don't know, you have no problem jumping right into the conversation. Nope. It depends if I have a friend there, but it says people you don't know, so nope. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Yes. I don't know, is running away from dinosaurs, jumping into the volcano and surviving counting as the bizarre and fantastical? In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life? No. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. No, I'm gonna go with a little no. Right now, I'm old enough that I've learned how to live my life. And as I said before, I'm going with these small goals, with the small, I don't see the bigger picture, I'm going by the details. So I'm going from one task to another, and that's how I stay on the track, so I don't get sidetracked. If I would just say, I'm gonna learn how to pilot a airplane, the first few days I would like, yes, let's do this, and then I would go sidetracked. But if I would say right now, tomorrow I'm gonna get one lesson, my first lesson to become a pilot, then I'm gonna go and finish the first lesson, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna go and finish the second lesson, and this is a step by step I'm gonna get to my goal. So I do not get you are ready and you will get yes, so I am dedicated and I rarely get sidetracked. Yes, so this is small yes, because I am dedicated and I rarely get sidetracked, but it's because of my life and how I live it right now. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities or your knowledge. Yes, not very strong yes. I am that kind of person. I feel like I shouldn't blame others for my mistakes, so I start to question my own abilities. So yes, but as a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to ones you already know. Yes, you usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. No, you would never let yourself cry in front of others. No, you feel more, well, I try to hide it so I go away, for example. It sometimes happens. You feel more drawn it sometimes happens means it happened once. It lasts like 3 years. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate. No! You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look in the future. I don't know. I like to discuss different views and theories. I don't know about the world in the future. I don't think I have ever had this conversation. Is that common? Do people do that? Should I do that? When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than to your head. When it comes to life-changing choices, I get 2 categories. First one is I know what I want, so it's easy for me to decide. And second is I don't care. Either option is okay, so I have trouble deciding. And I don't know, is that hard? You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something you cannot see, touch, or experience. You cannot imagine. I can imagine. I am studying biology. I wanted to specialize. I used to wanted to specialize in genetics, so that's something you cannot see. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. No. I used to think about revenge a lot, but you often make decisions on a whim. No. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. Yes, first of all, right now I'm spending time by myself, talking to you guys, but that's awesome. And the YouTube videos is the perfect way for me to interact with people, because we don't have to be in the same place, but we can interact, and I love that. I wish one day I could become a semi-successful YouTuber, but I would have to make much better content, and I would have to have time for editing the videos, which I don't have, so but one day, if you want to help me, leave a like, comment, share the video with the world, share the test with the world. Let me know in the comments what did you get in your test, because right now most of you probably finished the test, right? So let's get into it. You often put special effort into interrupting the real meaning or interpreting the real meaning of the message of a song of a movie. I'm gonna say no. Well, okay, I maybe think about this a little bit. You always know exactly what you want. No. You rarely think back on your choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. I think nowadays it's true, actually, because I've come to the point of life where I'm very happy with everything I have. I still struggle sometimes with some of the with the school. I'm studying the school I'm never gonna need. I will never need. It gives me a lot of second thoughts, like why am I studying that, but I still want to finish it. So right now I don't look back at my choices. Like, I rarely think about the choices I've made. It's interesting. I am learning something about me. I didn't realize this before, because in the past I'm sure that I would strongly disagree with that statement, because I was always thinking about my choices that I've made. But right now I think I've done a lot of right choices. Cool. When in a public place you usually stick to quieter and less crowded ideas. Yes. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Yes. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. No. I hope not. I hope it's not like I think I understand other people's feelings and everyone around me is like, oh, she doesn't understand. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Yes. When you know someone thinks higher of you, you always wonder how long it will be until... No. I am afraid sometimes that I'm gonna disappoint people who think higher on me, but I'm not like, oh my god, how long it takes to make me disappoint them. No. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone and find interesting and striking up a conversation. Feel comfortable. No, I can do it, but I don't feel comfortable. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas and scenarios. Yes. You look after yourself first and others. No. I am that kind of person who thinks about others first and then maybe me. Like there was this, I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked, but I'm gonna get back to the test. I forget what I wanted to say. Yeah, my friend went to the psychological training and they had this game, psychological game, where they had to they were given a bag of love and they made a list to whom the love would go, and there were a lot of people who didn't give love to themselves, and she was like, they forgot about themselves, and I was like, yeah, I wouldn't give any love to me either. I would give it to my husband, to my son, to you, not to you, to my friend, to you too, you know. And I would be just like, I hope that other people give love to me, because I believe other people will give love to me. So we all have love, you know. That's the kind of person I am. I would not give love from the bag to myself. What do you think? Let me know. No. My mouth stopped working. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel at any given moment. It's a bit true, but now it's mostly because I have a son, and even though I planned that he's gonna sleep after the lunch, he's not sleeping! Your mood can change very quickly. Oh, yes. Like, I'm between those two small ones. But I'm gonna say yeah. Maybe not very quickly. I just wanted to say, slowly begin to feel better. So, not very quickly. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence and the meaning of life. No, like I do like I used to had long conversations with my friends, but I don't have time for that anymore, so I don't really do that. You often talk. I like to talk and discuss stuff with people, as I said in the previous question, but I'm gonna go with no on this. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Often talk about my own feelings and emotions. I'm gonna go with the slight yes, because me and my husband, we are trying to talk about our feelings and emotions much more often than we were used to, because we discovered that when we talked about our feelings, we don't fight. We can prevent the fights. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. Nope. I have no idea where my future's gonna be. I'm talking too much about so let's not talk too much. You rarely dwell on your regrets. But yes, I'm gonna go with the yes side of the story, but not the whole way. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of getting away. I'm gonna go with small yes because it's sometimes true. A lot of times it's true, but sometimes I enjoy the company of people. You see yourself as more of a realistic than a visionary. Realist and a visionary. No, You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never had. Easy. Yes. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized, consistent efforts. Yes, but I am organized and consistent, and I'm gonna go with the middle one here, because I'm organized and consistent, and I do this in bursts of energy. If it doesn't make any sense, I don't know. Next, the last one, I hope. Your emotions control you more than you control them. No, I hope not anymore. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. Nope. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change your. You frequently find yourself wondering. No. You always consider, like, we could use a new vacuum cleaner, but that's not what it means, right? You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Yes. You still honor the commitments you have made, even if you have a change of heart. This is... I usually try to go and, make another commitment. Like, I don't know, this could really use some story. Some example. Like, what does it mean? Like, if I commit to eat a broccoli for a year and then I change my heart because my, belly is gonna hurt from all the broccoli, I'm trying to honor all the commitments that I make, even through rough times, even though that I said sometimes don't believe in the same stuff, I still want to honor the commitments, but maybe a bit more disagree. You rarely feel insecure. Nope. See the result. I am advocate. ENFJA. I don't know. Have I done this quiz before? Probably not. Anyway, ENFJA. What does that mean? Okay. My mind is 85% introverted. Very true. My energy is 58% intuitive. Okay. My nature is mostly about the feelings. Yeah. Tactics, I'm 50-50 mostly, judging of perspective, yeah. And identity, I am 50-50 too. Well, that is great. Start reading. Advocate, personality, introduction. Treat people as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them to become what they are capable of being. That's actually what I try to do. I am a teacher. And I love Goethe, by the way. Anyway, I'm a diplomat and confident individualism. I am confident individualism. The advocate personality type is very rare, making up less than 1% of population. Advocates have an inborn sense of idealism and mortality, but what sets them apart is that they are not idle dreamers. People with this personality type tend to see helping others as their purpose in life. That is true. Advocates indeed share a unique combination of traits. Though soft-spoken, they have very strong opinions and will fight tirelessly for an idea they believe in. That is true. Egalitarianism. What? Egalitarianism? No.
Egalitarianism.
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 Egalitarianism and karma are very attractive ideas for advocate personalities. These types tend to believe that nothing would help the world so much as using love and compassion to soften the hearts of tyrants. Nothing lights up the advocates like creating a solution that changes people's lives. Yes, advocates then take great care of others' feelings and they expect the favor to be returned. Yes, if their zeal, zeal. If their zeal gets out of hand, they can find themselves exhausted, unhealthy, and stressed. Yeah, so I do have this really strong feeling for fairness, and I can fight for it. This video is also already too long. Let's just read everything. Advocates just need to remember that while they are busy taking care of the world, they need to take care of themselves too. I know people say that all the time, but advocates' strength. Creative, combining a vivid imagination with a strong sense of compassion. Advocates use their creativity to resolve not technical challenges but human ones. Both inspiring and convincing. Speaking in human terms, not technical, advocates are fluid, inspirational writing style that that appeals to the inner idealist in their audience. Advocates can even be astonishingly good orators, speaking with warmth and passion. This is especially true if they are proud of what they're speaking of. That is very true. That's why I became the lecturer of the first aid. When advocates come to believe that something is important, they pursue the goal with a conviction and energy that can catch others off guard. Advocates will rock the boat if they must. Not everyone likes to see this, but their passion for their chosen cause is an inseparable part of the advocate personality. Altruistic. These strengths are used for good. Advocates will not engage in any actions to promote beliefs just to benefit themselves. That is true. When someone challenges or criticizes advocates' principles or values, they are likely to receive an alarmingly strong response. People with the advocate personality type are highly vulnerable to criticism and conflict. Perfectionist advocate personalities are all but defined by their pursuit of ideals. Too often drop or ignore healthy and productive situations and relationships, always believing there might be a better option down the road. No, with the relationship, it is mostly true, but I have grown into realizing that about a relationship, not just romantic ones, but all the relationship, there you can work on them. Advocates like to know that they are taking concrete steps towards their goals. If routine tasks feel like they are getting in the way, or worse yet, there is no goal at all, they will feel restless and disappointed. True. Can burn out easily. True. Romantic relationships. Love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. What is opposite of the human heart? Like spine? Well, heart upside down, it's a butt. What? Advocates will take the time necessary to find someone with whom they truly connect. Once they have found that someone, their relationship will reach a level of depth and sincerity of which most people can only dream. Yeah, I'm gonna tell that to my husband, that he has to cherish me. If there's anything they have a poor tolerance for it in a relationship, it is a lack of authenticity. But it is true. I don't know how good am I in seeing the manipulation and lying, But when I find out that someone was trying to lie to me or manipulate me, it's usually the end of the relationship. One of the things that I think advocates find most important is establishing genuine, deep connection with the people they care about. True. These types aren't afraid to show their love, and they feel unconditional, and they feel it unconditionally. Yes, advocates see intimacy as a way to express their love and to make their partners happy. They cherish not just the act of being in a relationship, but what it means to become one with other person in mind, body and soul. True. Friendships. We are going there. Friendships, parent, career, workplace, conclusion. Just a little bit more. They avoid situations like workplace social circles or chatting up with their baristas, where the only thing they really have in common is regular contact. True. People with this personality type seek out others who share their passion, interests, and beliefs. Who will watch this? Mom. Hi. This is weird for me to read about finding a partner when I already found one. But it's true that we are very compatible when it comes to the personality, but meaning we have the same sense of humor, we talk about a lot of things, we care about each other, but we really don't share a lot of interests. But that actually makes the relationship more exciting, because we are interested in the other person's interests. If that makes any sense. Like, I can listen to him talking about his interest, and he can listen to me talking about my interest. We can share ideas, even though there's no chance that we are gonna share the interest. If that makes sense. This is a really long text for me, and I'm really losing my focus. I need to focus on the text. Really, the only way to be counted among advocates' true friends is to be authentic and to have that authentic naturally reflect their own authenticity. That isn't really true, but is to be authentic, that is true. Over the years, they will likely end up with just a few true friendships, built on a richness and mutual understanding that forges an enduring link between them. It is much longer than I thought it would be. Drink some water as well. As parents, advocates will tend to look at their relationships with their children as opportunities to learn and grow with someone they care about. True. They will also work to achieve another important goal, raising their children to be independent and all-around good people. True. As their children grow, advocates will likely try to project a great deal of their own beliefs into them. They will demand the same sort of integrity and honesty that they demand from themselves. Despite this, advocate personalities will also push their children to think independently, make their own choices, and develop their own beliefs. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And even though I want my children to be honest, and to have the feeling of fairness similar to I have, I actually don't want them to have it as strong as I do, because it's not good in the world, in the real world, because there's so many things happening that are unfair, and they will go through so many things that are gonna be unfair to them, and when they will have this same strong sense of fairness, they will be unhappy. Advocate parents want to raise children who are ethical, creative, and kind. Yes. Career path. Advocates are likely to find that most corporate career paths are not designed for them, but for those focused on their status and material gain. True. Many struggle to begin a career early on because they will see 10 widely different paths forward, each with its own set of rewards. True. This can be appealing but also heartbreaking because picking just one means letting go of so much else. True! Role as counselors, psychologists, doctors, life coaches, and spiritual guides are all attractive options. Hey, what about the teacher? You know, I am the lecturer of the first aid, but I also am the teacher of violin. So, you know, teacher! Advocates often pursue expressive careers, such as writing. Did I tell you about my new book? Effective communicators that they are. An author many popular blogs, stories, and screenplays. I actually made two. I'm the co-author. We are, me and my best friends. We already wrote 2 musicals, and we are working on a 3rd screenplay. So yeah, music, photography, design, and art are viable options too, and they all can focus on deeper themes of personal growth, mortality, and spirituality. To be truly happy, however, they need to be able to work in a way that aligns with their values and allows them to some independence. Advocates have pretty tall demands when it comes to a satisfying work environment. Not only do those with this personality type need to be able to express their creativity and insight, they also need to know that what they are doing has meaning. The more open-minded and personal their manager's style is, and the more they feel their personal input is considered, the happier they will be. True. As managers, advocates often dislike using their power. Individuals with this personality type prefer to see those who work under them as equals. That's not to say that people with advocate personality type have low standards. Far from it. The advocate's sense of equality means that they expect their subordinates to be competent, motivated, and reliable as the advocates themselves. True. People with this personality type have no tolerance for lapses in reliability or morality. True. But so long as no such lapse occurs, advocates will work tirelessly and ensure that their subordinates feel valued and happy. True. Conclusion, finally. As someone with a personality type, your imagination and empathy make you someone who cherishes their integrity and deeply held principles. True. What you have read so far is just an introduction. What? And less than 5% of what we can tell you about advocatic personality type. I think I've heard too much. It will be really interesting to see how often are other types. Is this? Can you tell me? Like they said, it's like 1 to 2%, and the 95% of people don't understand me. Oh, but can you really? No. Well, this was the personality tests. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Which one of these personalities describes you the most? There's 16 personalities, so I think most of the things were really accurate. I was commenting it through the video, so you know right now. So if you made it until the end, I congratulate you. You should leave a like, because I am leaving like for you. This is opposite video. You don't have to leave a like. You can, but you don't have to. But I am leaving like for you, because you made it until the end. You have learned a lot about me today, and I would like to learn something about you. So if you let me know what type of personality you are, adventurer, virtuoso, entrepreneur, entertainer, consulex. My words are not working. My mouth is not working. I was talking for so long. Just let me know like the type of personality, and I don't know, something that describes it. Yeah, because I'm really interested in what types of people are watching me. I think the test is not as long if you do it. And yeah, thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, share the video with the world so other people can leave me their personality types in the comments. Yeah, bye.